Okay, for the lower extremity motor control screen, what we need is a measuring tape or a yardstick. And what we need to do first is we're going to measure the length of our foot. And what our goal here is going to be, if we're doing it with a shoe on, is going to be 2 times the length of our foot or our foot with our shoe. So that is going to be the distance that is going to be our goal for this test. Now, at home, doing this at home, not ideal conditions. We have some equipment in the gym that we can use. It makes it a lot easier. But if you're doing it at home, some things we need to keep in mind is that we want to hover this moving foot above the ground. Don't let it touch the ground and don't let it hang out too high, okay? And so what the test looks like is we'll put our toes at the start line, and then we're going to hover our foot above the ground as we reach and see how far we can get our toe, and then control that way back. Okay, so at no point are we allowed to put weight on that front foot and then push back. All our weight has to be on this stance leg, seeing how far we can push and then control the way back up. You can have a friend see how far your toe got and then mark that as our measurement. We can do up to 3 successful attempts. And once you get your kind of max distance that you can do correctly, that's going to be our number. And again, we expect that to be greater than 2 times the length of the foot. If it's not, then you should follow the programming that's been set aside for this test, okay? So again, some things to keep in mind is as we're doing this, we're hovering our foot. We also want to make sure that this knee isn't doing anything crazy. So our stance leg knee, we want to make sure it isn't diving in like that. And we also want to make sure that it's not coming out too far. We're not rotating too far down into it. We want it to stay in line with our toes. It can come out in front of our toes, but we want to make sure it stays above the toes, okay? So none of this or anything crazy like that, okay? So really controlling that motion, and again, controlling it on the way back up as well. Give that a shot.